Welcome back to Zone TV, boys and girls. Hopefully you didn't take too much of a nap with all those Thanksgiving leftovers you've been eating this week, because we have got a lot more fun stuff to do here on Zone TV.
That's right.
It's time for Zone Post! Zone Post is where you text us, you tag us, or you take it to the mailbox with your questions, with your drawings, and with your answers. This month, you've had lots of really, really good answers about what are you thankful for. So we're gonna look at just a few right now.
We have Mirabelle, 5th grade, and she says, I am thankful for my books. She's got the Bible there and a little Harry Potter.
In 2nd grade, Melody is thankful for the earth.
Oh yeah, look, you gotta live somewhere.
Very, very good. And of course, it is now time for our sermon jam, Miss Alex, our sermon jam. You got anything for us?
Well, you know, in my sermon jam, Leonardo Longwind was doing a lot of pan flutes.
Yeah,
so I thought, since I'm on a roll here, I'd do a little.
All right.
Cool.
That was perfect. That is our sermon jam sound, which means it's time for you to sit up straight and tall and enjoy. Boys and girls, we are back. My name is Pastor Jonathan. How was your Thanksgiving? Good? Was it good? All right, mine was good too, but boys and girls, I don't know. Like, I feel like I might have just eaten a little too much. Do I look different from the side? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay, well, you know what? I forgot I had this. There we go. Oh, I feel so much better already. Boys and girls, because this is our final sermon jam, I went all out and I hired a pair of fancy hands to open our jar. Okay, fancy hands, you're taking up a lot of screen time. Can you just, please open the jar? Thank you. Ooh, look at this. It's our Bible table verse. Let's read it together. Or, if you have it memorized by now, which you should, close your eyes and say it from memory. Let's do it. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him with songs of praise. Well, boys and girls, like our Bible table verse says, worship is something that happens when we gather together. And so far, we've learned 3 very important steps for worship. Do you remember number 1? It is remember to be thankful.
I art thankful.
Number 2, bring that thanks to God.
Thank you for giving to the Lord.
And number 3, worship God with an open heart, which we can do with our posture.
Ha! Behold mine posture.
No, not that kind of posture. I'm talking about bowing and kneeling and lifting our hands and singing songs and all the things we do on the outside to show God how much we love him on the inside. So wow, we've learned quite a bit about worship. I mean, what could there be left to learn, boys and girls? Well, we're gonna start with the story of Paul and Silas in prison.
Paul and Silas, stuck in jail. Jolly good tale.
Beautiful, really, truly. So the story starts like this. Paul and Silas, they're walking through the street. They're talking to people about Jesus when all of a sudden they notice a girl is following them. But she's not just following them, boys and girls. She's shouting at them!
And shout, throw my cape out and shout, tip my hat to you, shout, come on now.
Yeah, like that, except even more annoying.
Throw my hands. Well, methinks you didn't like me song.
You thinks correctly. But back to the story, okay? Everybody was watching Paul and Silas with this girl shouting at them, and he got so annoyed, Paul cast an evil spirit right out of the girl. Turn to your neighbor and say, whoa. Yeah, it was pretty cool, and everybody was amazed and they were applauding, but the authorities, they were really upset with Paul and Silas, and it got them both into a lot of trouble. Okay, boys and girls, now this is the part of the story where Paul and Silas get thrown in prison. So let's stop right here and put ourselves in their position, okay? Imagine you're doing God's good work, telling people about Jesus, healing people, praying for people in your school maybe, or in your neighborhood maybe, and all of a sudden, you get tossed in jail. I don't know about you, but I would want to complain.
Woe is me, and me is woe. Complaint! Complaint, I say!
But here's where our final step of worship comes into play. Remember that final step? Because instead of complaining in jail, Paul and Silas made a totally different decision. Let's read it together. Acts 16:25. Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Whoa, okay, this is big, boys and girls. I'm sure it was really super hard for Paul and Silas to worship in jail. I mean, let's be real. They probably weren't in a worshipy mood at all, but they did it anyway, boys and girls. They let their worship spill out the same way we've been talking about how it should. So let's see what happens next. Suddenly, there was a massive earthquake, and the prison was shaken to its foundations. All the doors immediately flew open, and the chains of every prisoner fell off. Okay, wow. All right, let's just take a moment and say that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. Yeah, this was an actual literal earthquake that shook all of the prisoners free. Boys and girls, this was not a coincidence kind of earthquake. This was the direct result of Paul and Silas worshiping. This is why they were all set free.
They were free! Free from prison!
Nice. Okay, let's keep reading. The jailer called for lights and ran to the dungeon and fell down trembling before Paul and Silas. Then he brought them out and asked, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" And they replied, "Believe in the Lord Jesus, and you will be saved, along with everyone in your household." Boys and girls, are you kidding me? Even the jailer came to know Jesus. This story is crazy, okay? But you know what? Some crazy good stuff can happen when we let our worship spill out. Did you know that you don't have to keep your worship here in the zone? No, actually, you can take it with you wherever you go. I mean, you can be sitting at your lunch table and just let some worship spill out by singing the songs that we sing here. You can go home and go on YouTube and watch our dance videos and follow along with the motions. You can let that worship come out all the time. Boys and girls, it's all about learning how to live your life with Him in mind, with all of the good things, the things that we've learned to be thankful for on your mind and in your heart. So when you're kind and patient with others, it's for Him. When you do your chores, it's for Him. Everything you do is a way to worship Him. This is how we can let our worship truly spill out.
Ahem! Aha!
Boys and girls, that wraps it up for this month's Sermon Jams. And I gotta say, Leonardo, I'm gonna miss you, bro.
Ah, yes, I would miss me too, but alas, my musical prowess has been requested at the ye old Sam's Club hot dog eating contest. Before I leave, children, always remember, may your jams be adored, but may your doors never be jammed.
We did it!
Yep.
We are at the end of our Jams series. I've been so proud of you boys and girls for filling it up and spilling it out. It is time to do our big idea one last time, Miss Alex, and I feel like we gotta make it really special.
Well, you know, I thought, what better way than to pay ode, pay tribute to Leonardo Longwood, who's
Love
been
that guy.
helping us this whole time.
Love it.
So I thought I'd bring out the pan flute
Okay,
once again, you know,
so
to finish it off.
are you gonna accompany the big idea with some pan flute?
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea. Boys and girls, let's do it. Up on your feet. Let me see it. Come on, everybody up. Everybody's on their feet, and we're gonna do this big idea loud and proud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Fill it up and spill it out. Hey, that was really good.
Thank you.
Man, you are a pan flute expert.
things.
Did you just learn all that right now?
Yes, pan flute, harmonica,
No.
this spike horn, and this cowbell.
Good, but I don't know if you're as good as I am on the kazoo.
Yeah, I think I am.